We'll go ahead and get started.
Oh,
This is Goldbrook Tavern, a Legacy Steel and Sorcery podcast. This is episode number 7. And on this episode, we have two guests. The first time we had two guests on, and we've had them both on the pod before. Over here, we have Gilchriist and we have TheBronzeBeards. Thank you guys for coming on to the podcast again. Appreciate you both being here. A lot of stuff to talk about. We have the new wipe that dropped May 15th. If y'all are just now watching this, there's a free weekend going on this weekend, May 17th, 18th, as well as the game is on sale, I believe, until the 22nd. So if you're looking for a nice game to get onto, hey, Legacy Steel and Sorcery, baby. We're here. So let's go ahead and get into it. If Gilchriist, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for anybody here that may not have seen you before on the previous episode. You're muted.
You might be talking to chat.
Yo, I'm Gilchriist. I go by Gil. I started streaming again this January, man. I prefer survival games, and honestly, I've ran into Legacy. I love it. I've got a buddy that helps me do YouTube and TikTok and whatnot. So I'm mostly chill. Sometimes I get mad, but I try to be positive and mostly chill gamer. So thanks everybody for watching.
Shout out to Fred Bob, bro. He's the GOAT. I was glazing him up.
Goes crazy with some of those edits, dog.
I was glazing him up in the Discord today, dude. I was like, bro, I want to be like you when I grow up, sir. And he's like, nah.
I was doing the same thing this morning. Who was I talking to? I was talking to Chris. And I was like, bro, Fred Bob goes crazy with his edits. Because we were talking about we need somebody to like pump out some like new player content stuff. Like Kidney's kind of doing. But like degenerately like on TikTok.
Yeah.
Where it's like these fucking 15-year-olds can understand the memes. So
I gotta stop playing.
Kidney and Fred Bob need to fucking just degenerately post content on TikTok for us. So
we gotta stop playing the game so much to actually put out some videos.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Problem. I'm having so much fun playing the game.
I put one video out today, but you know, I've been slacking myself, dude.
TheBronzeBeard, if you want to introduce yourself for anybody that may have not seen you before or know you.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's me, TheBronzeBeards. Most people call me Beards or Bronzy. Doesn't matter, whatever. I mostly play MMO games. So I played WoW, ESO, play a bunch of shooters, and Tarkov was probably my biggest like last main game that I like mained. So the extraction genre is I'm pretty familiar with. So if you catch me on stream, I'm usually trying to be as positive as possible. I don't usually deal with the constant negative people coming in stream complaining about devs and shit like that. You're just not going to catch that on my stream. I don't go for that, and I enjoy a lot of the devs' interactions with us, and that's me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I actually have to step away for an emergency real quick. So, Dale, if you want to continue.
I got you, bro. Thank you. I'll just do a little quick for me. I'm just a dude, an aggressively mediocre hunter main that one tricks this game. And it's fun, man. I'm having a good time. So the best thing about the pod is just getting to meet everybody, getting to chat with all the really dope creators that we have in Legacy, man. And the community is super, super fucking cool. So that's been like honestly the best part. While we kind of wait for Merman, we'll just kind of get started with like our first thing. So a lot of games like really try to nail down like a gameplay loop. And Gil and I were kind of talking about it the last couple of games we were playing. They really nailed down this gameplay loop that they have, where they're kind of separating players in gear brackets, but not gear brackets, right? It's like map pools and stuff. And if you're just kind of a Timmy and you want to play the game in Goldbrook, like you totally can. Now there is some asterisks on that, but what do you guys feel about the gameplay loop as it is right now? I think it's in a solid spot, but what are some pros and cons, things you want to see improved, etc.? Maybe go to Gil first.
So right now, it feels really good to get into crypts and then get to play for a bit. And then after like 3 or 4 matches, right, you're out of meds. And you actually have to go, if you're fighting a lot of PvP, at least in my experience, I'm
Mhm.
going through tons of meds. So I have to go back to Goldbrook to farm field lilies so I can make more meds so I can then go back to the crypts to try to get those resources there. It's almost like you might still have the gear to keep going, but if you're doing a lot of PvP with the new med changes and people not being able to bring in so much so that when you kill them, you can like stock up your own. Like now it feels like you're forced to go back and like loop your progression again.
Mhm.
I probably said that really poorly, but I I really like that even though I have more gear to keep doing crypts, I do have to head back to the starter map to at least farm.
Right.
Just kind of like giving you an incentive to do the other map. And then of course nighttime. My only caveat with all of this right now is I don't like that there is no solo or duo queue for crypts. And I understand why. Like there's not enough players to really support it. But if they're gonna lock all those resources behind that map, it feels really tough to be a solo and not being able to get enough ash or enough cryptstone
Yeah.
because it is tough. And you can't say, oh well, just fill. A team of 3 randoms doesn't really compare to a pre-made of 3. It's not the same. You're not going to have the same level of communication or coordination, and that's still just going to feel bad. Especially if you queue up and your teammates just are 2 rogues who stealth away, take off, and start farming without you,
Right.
and
Exactly.
leave you in the dust. Because that's probably what's going to happen.
What about you, Mr. Bronze?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Gil. I like the gameplay loop where you have to go back to Goldbrook. I mean, Greenwood every now and then.
Mhm.
I also like that you have to go to Night Greenwood as well, because it's just different. I also like that the maps feel different.
Yeah.
So a little bit outside of the gameplay loop design, but I like that night feels different than day, and that treasure rooms aren't completely the same. The treasure rooms are in different locations and they feel different. I haven't had the issue with crypt yet, where I have to go back to Greenwood. I know we sent Gil back to Greenwood a couple times yesterday.
Mm-hmm. You guys been playing with
But
my
that's
emotions. You know what I mean?
that kind of goes to
Rewinding
my
me through the
point, right?
wall, bro.
Is we were playing with a random. Well, I mean, I don't know if Dale really knows the guy, but I've never played with that guy before.
Yeah.
And like the difference between playing with people you know and like somebody who solos all the time, it's significant.
Yeah. He's a solo player. So like playing in teams, not in Greenwood, because Greenwood, it's pretty easy to go from like solo whatever to Greenwood PvP, right? But to go from solo whatever to Crypts PvP is a lot different because like rotations come into play and like holding fucking areas of the map. And that is like you if you don't have your reps in, you're gonna be you're gonna be rusty. If you need to be the person that's like initiating something and you're not doing that, it's gonna set your team up for a disadvantage. Um, so that's definitely. I know with you and Crips Bronze, you're usually filling up all your slots with some pretty good homies that rock out. So you guys have been killing it. To be fair though, and we'll talk about this. Crips is bis for Wizard, bro. Wizard locks that shit fucking down like hard.
Yeah, because you can. I mean, but to be fair though, Double Hunter
is also
Trap
good. Yeah,
is disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a hard time chasing you guys down just because we'd have to go through your bramble trap. And it was
Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you gotta go to get that alcohol, bro.
Yo, the host left us, bro. This is our podcast now.
It's our podcast now, Gil. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, get out of here, freaking nerds.
Kick him out of here. Say again, babe. Yeah, I got you. So this is our podcast. We're changing to the Gil and Bronzebeard podcast. Welcome in, guys. Dale and Merm are gone, and now we run this shit. So now we get to decide what we want to talk about.
All right. Well, first let's talk about Wizard and why I hate it. Let me list off. Let me get a list. Swiftbow. Let's see. Do you think Wizard deserves a block? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes. That's crazy. Yes. No, I don't.
The fact that you can hold block and block all of my damage and reflect it back at me
Reflect it
is insane.
as fire
like
damage at that.
Yeah, the perfect.
So it's elemental damage. That you
Appreciate
take.
The perfect Swiftbow counter.
Yeah.
So I've started
like
running
awesome.
Bird because it was the only thing that I felt like could counter Wizard, or at least help me against
Yeah.
Wizard. And the first Wizard I killed with Bird just absolutely screamed at me about how trash that ability is, as he's throwing fireballs the size of Jupiter at my face. He's mad about my Bird.
That's glorious. Dude, I think they cooked with Wizard though. Wizard's so much fun. I do imagine it's gonna get some balance
Tweaked.
patches in the future. Like not I don't want to say near future because they're gonna let people have fun with it. You know, it is what it is. I understand warrior mains are losing their fucking mind right now, but
Yeah.
warriors were strong all last patch. Cheers to warriors being nerfed, boys.
Cheers indeed, bro. I'm not gonna lie though, I play medium bow hunter, so like I'm down for a warrior 1v1, bro. Come at me, dude. You know what I mean? Like I've gotten pretty good at warrior 1v1s. Like
I've never been less scared this season than when a warrior's running at me.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate.
It's like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me, I will say this: we ran into a team that was doing it really well. I can't remember who it was in the 2v2s me and Kidney did. The warrior was really just there to tether us. So they would tether, and then
like meteor, fucking grav, all that kind of shit.
Not meteor. He would gravity well us, and so we would waste our stam trying to get out of gravity well, but we couldn't because we were tethered. And it was the nastiest combo. It's the only fight we lost today.
Wow. Okay.
It was insane.
Interesting.
It's a good combo. That tether ability is really good, and if it just lands near you, you're tethered.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to hit you with it. It's just, all right, here you go. Have fun.
It doesn't have, like, with regular hook, right? It has like a little pull out animation, so it's easy to be like, all right, they're gonna hook me now. With tether, it's just like it's out. So it's like really hard to like understand that the ability is coming at you, and then you're like, how the fuck am I just locked to the ground? Like, you didn't hook me. And they're like, nah, it's the new ability. I'm like, oh shit. So
it's really good. And if they still had death ball animation, it would
be gross.
100%.
Yeah.
That I think was the biggest fix. And what's crazy is how bad it nerfed it. Like it hurt them.
Right.
That animation cancel being taken away, and now I'm not scared of them at all because I don't have to worry about getting hit with a stupid 1,000 damage combo every time I, blink.
Yeah, the unavoidable 1-2 kick.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Well, and the problem with like a class like warrior, right, is they're on this kind of like this like fucking tightrope where on one side they suck huge wieners, and on the other side they're the like biggest fucking like dick in the locker room, right? Like, so it's like there's no in between. They're just gonna be really really strong or really really ass. Go ahead.
A good point for them I think they just need to be a little tankier.
Dude, but think about it. You're only seeing warriors and greens right now, bro.
That's true.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think warriors,
they're gear
they have that
dependent.
classic WoW experience where they do jack all until they start to get gear, and then they start pumping out the damage.
Yeah.
Pumping out the damage,
right?
running down. Yeah.
We need more legendary or purple weekend death matches, and I guarantee you like 0.1% of the players have more than one cooking pot slot available right now. Like, not that many people have their cooking pots unlocked, and they can start building resistances. I mean, Dale just taught me today, the power of pepper.
Pepper goes hard, I'm a pepper dude. Main now. 12% fire res, baby.
What's Pepper's
12% fire res.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, baby. Yo, Pepper with some with some Mintleys. Oh shit. Get
I'm
away from me,
running
wizard.
I'm running Lily Salt, so
Yeah, of course you are. You fucking freak.
yeah.
You know?
Enjoy my 6% extra fire damage.
Yeah,
dog.
exactly. Right. Which is, it's going to be crazy once you guys get blue rings. I'm going to be terrified.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm shooting for Enchantress first.
Listen, if
get up
there's anything that this new patch has kind of like proven to me personally, even though we haven't seen damage scaling, the damage scaling on gear needs to be deleted from the game or reduced drastically, because when purple and legendary fucking characters are out here, especially with the elemental damage, it's going to be nigh impossible to fight against them. Especially with the 100% nerf to utility pots, because we can't put any pots in our fucking bags anymore. So you can't Mystic Potion before you push a wizard, right? You can't stam Regen Potion before you fucking fight somebody like a priest or a wizard that's going to try to stam you, right? So you're mainly slotting
Only
heals.
if you found it in that match already.
And good luck, you know what I mean? Like they exist, but it's not enough to like fight consistently, especially with the way fights feel like they're transitioning to a longer, more drawn out kind of battle of attrition, especially in crypts, versus like these really quick, like just murder fest that it was when Warrior was OP.
See, I felt like we had the opposite. I think it's because y'all are playing Hunter.
Yeah.
Me, Snow, and Kidney had the opposite effect. It was, even if they sat in a room and tried to bramble trap it, it was get in there as fast as possible, blow them up.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna run and heal? Okay, well, we'll just go kill them, nuke them down, and then if we kill one of them and the rest of their team runs, the fight's easier later on.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. I don't know, man.
I think Priest double whiz is the combo.
Yeah.
I think that's the meta. I could be wrong, but that's nasty. I mean, triple wizard is also strong, but
so somebody asked this in one of the Meet the Devs, and they asked about how it would feel to lock teams to one person per class, so there's more class diversity, because a lot of the god comps end up being like double priest
something.
Warrior, double priest mage, double mage
double
priest, double hunter priest. You know, it's a lot of doubles, right?
Yeah.
And
no, I brought up the same thing. I've said it for a while. I haven't complained about the double. It's the triple comps that are crazy to me. So last wipe it was triple. What do you call
there was
it?
some triple hunter comps
triple
last.
Triple hunter.
Yeah, triple hunter longbow.
Yeah.
Triple longbow hunter, and even now triple longbow hunter. Bro, if two of them shoot you, the third one's killing you. With a Q or you're just dead. Like they do so much damage, which is good. Like that longbow feels nice, but yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of no regs today.
Yeah.
On medium and long, not just long and longbow, but on medium as well.
Have you noticed that the regs are more when they're closer than farther away?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've noticed that too. I don't know what that is, but that's
even with
I've
the
noticed.
swift bow, if they're really close, half the times the arrows just disappear into thin air.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I also full charged a fucking arrow into Fred Bob's back that was supposed to be for a fucking rogue, and it just vanished. I was just like, bro, fuck, like you're killing me. Can we talk about?
And the one thing
go ahead.
we're not talking about that is crazy that kind of made it through is the priest invulnerability every 15 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, shit is wild.
And
you
can
talk
tell
about the initiator, dude.
They run at you in a straight line, and you're like, get the fuck away from me, bro. Like, it's so gross, man. Yeah, the no rig is making me consider
nasty.
playing another class for now. Faye, dude, RIP. Hunter's best class still.
But they can run through your traps. They can run through your fire. They run through everything and just beeline it at you. Your only real option is to backpedal, W key backwards.
Yep. Or evade it at the right moment.
Yep.
I think one of the other big issue right now with Mage Priest being like the big meta, especially in trios, is every team pretty much every team has one mage, one priest,
Yeah.
or something around there, like close to that. And a lot of teams are all mages and all priests.
Yeah.
When you get all those people fighting in one square and there's fire and
I
light
can't see.
going off like crazy,
can't
how the
see
hell do you
nothing.
see anything?
I can't play my
Nothing.
class. Yeah. It sucks.
There was something Chris, even at Wizard, like there was something Chris did yesterday, Kidney, and he put something down, and I was like, Chris, I just can't see him now. I was like, you put that down, and I was like, nah, I can't see. So I was like, I'm just gonna lob this fireball, and at least fireball has an explosion radius, so like I still might hit them regardless. But for Hunter, I remember doing it last wipe with Hunter, and it was just like, what the freak, dude? Like
It's
I won't
worse.
even-
It's worse now.
I won't lie. I'm just some of these fights, I'm just holding left click on Swiftbow, and I'm probably getting some mirror images, some regular people, and I'm just flinging arrows into the pile because there's 17 mirror images. There's fire everywhere. Who the hell am I supposed to attack? I don't know. I'm just going ham, throwing
I've just
bombs.
started throwing flying seed traps into the fucking affray and just like blowing those up. Because it's the only or you know what I mean? Like the flying seed bomb. This is the only thing I can do. Like I can't see anybody. Only on crypts is this really a problem though, to be fair.
Well,
yeah,
we had that fight yesterday on Nightmare where it was like 5 teams.
God. It was
5 teams around the cemetery. There's probably like 50 mobs chasing everybody. There's wizards everywhere. There's priests everywhere. Nobody's dying. Everyone's just lobbing shit. The FPS is dying because there's so many. The ground's on fire everywhere.
Yeah, I turned a corner and was in like 45 frames, and I was like, yo, we gotta go, dude. And it was just like a team would engage, and then we run away, and another team would engage. We're like, Jesus Christ.
So
it was brutal.
How some games do this where they implement a slider where only important effects are shown, or you can like turn down the visual effects of some things. Which is, it sucks because like the wizard abilities are beautiful and they cooked with it, but it gets to be a bit much when you're trying to visually understand what's happening, especially just in trios.
Yeah, no, for sure. And if they ever introduce quads, bro, oh my god.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It's just there's so much stuff on the ground, dude. Yeah, they gotta have some kind of slider for it eventually. And then that's stuff we're talking about now, and that's probably stuff that they have on the list. The other thing that I really want to see is which they kind of went away from the stuns, or not the sparks being the same color, but traps and like the fire. Like I don't know what fire is my fire. I don't know what fire is his fire. I don't know what I can step in and not step in. But you shouldn't step in fire anyways. But you can step in your own and it doesn't hurt, but just something to change colors.
That's my next giant complaint about the wizard.
Yeah,
why is the wizard stronger in melee than at ranged?
Yeah,
why could they
it's so
drop
hard
a
to hit
1k crit in your face and only deal like what's the deal, like 50 damage to themselves? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it should be more cost versus reward. If you're gonna drop it like it's hot on my fucking, like while you're slopping on my knob, like you should take 300-400 damage. You know what I mean? Like it should be like a risk versus reward. Like I'm about to go nuke this dude to like finish him off. No pun intended with the first comment. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy that I have a wizard literally going and he's on me like old fucking Rogue was, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, my build is built around, like, what I'm doing is to get behind you and just slap it on top of you.
Yeah. We get exactly what you're saying. I fought you guys, Snow. I fought you guys yesterday.
You don't have time to react, or you know what I mean? Your evade time is now 10 times shorter because I don't have to lob it in the air.
Yeah.
30 feet, and that thing's slow as hell.
Yeah, it is.
If they do that, I don't mind that change. If they do that though, I want to see Fireball get changed be a little faster to compensate them to actually hit people from range. Because now the issue is everyone's just gonna You can literally walk away from a fireball.
I mean, you say that, but sometimes I'm not in the visual range of a fireball and it still splashes on top of me. It deals like a fuck ton of damage. And then
Yeah,
while I'm
well,
burning, I get
if it's-
conflagrated while you're around a corner,
if
not
it's
even
fully
looking
charged.
at me. Yeah.
If it's fully charged, yeah. I mean, just a
Can-
regular fireball doesn't really.
Can
have
we
that
talk
big of a
about how
splash.
that shit fucking doesn't take any mana though?
Yeah, the wizard Q.
It does. Oh, the Q? No, the Q takes charge. It takes. You have to have charge the purple bar. The charge
Oh, okay.
marks that have.
Does it?
Yeah. Yep.
Legacy finally has sorcery. They had to make it OP at first. True.
Oh yeah.
True. But at the same time, like, dude, it was hilarious when you and Snow were trying to murder me, and I think Chris was playing with you guys too. And I was jumping in and out of that fucking window. I was like, "Fuck you!"
Mhm.
And I was like throwing a trap on the ground,
Snow
throwing a
said-
bomb on the
Snow said,
ground.
Snow said, "Never mind, bro. Time warp."
yeah. I'm like, "What is this shit?" And then, of course, I'm kind of cucking myself because I can't shoot through the window to kill the time warp.
Yeah.
Like playing against time warp now that I know that you could just insta shoot it is a lot easier. The only
It
thing
is,
that
but when you're running away,
it's so
that
hard.
changes.
Yeah, if you LOS it, like it's free for them, right? And if there's 3 wizards, they just stand there looking to bukkake you as soon as you land. You know what I mean? Like, so the only thing that I want to see changed on Wiz is one, the effective range of gravity well. If you double fucking roll out of it, which is the only way to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't fight in it. Like, you're gonna get shit on.
No.
But if I'm out of the visual range of gravity well, I need to be ungrabbed, and that doesn't happen right now. You'll be out of the purple orb and still grabbed to the well. So now I have to third roll, and I'm fucked. I'm losing that fight. Number 2, I think Gravwell needs to just be reduced in size just a teensy bit because of the spam ability of it. Because it's so good in a choke. It's so good if you lock someone into it. It's still a really good ability, but just reduce the actual range of it by like 20%. And I think it would be a fine ability. It's still so fucking powerful, but it does need to be tweaked because stamina is a dime a dozen kind of fucking resource, right? And if you stam me, you win for free. Like, I can't play the game anymore, especially on Hunter. But I'm sure all the melees feel it too. They're like, well, I just fucking die now. You know what I mean? Like, all right, cool. This was really fun.
Yeah, especially Warrior. But Warrior can charge out of it, so it's not terrible. And they can also Warpath out of it.
Right. That's true
so
too.
They have a little bit more options. But when they're stammed out, dude, it's so funny watching people get stammed out against Wizard, like before I Gravity Well. Because as soon as you stam out, I'm instantly putting a Gravity Well on you. And I'm like, he's dead.
What's the cooldown on Gravity Well?
I'm not 100% sure.
It's like 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah,
I feel like.
it's
not very
It's
long.
not very long, and
It needs to get
make it shorter.
It needs to get the Sentinel Strike fucking treatment, bro. You're gonna nuke Sentinel Strike. Nuke fucking Gravity Well. Give it 10 seconds. Because when it's multiple Gravity Wells, like, you can't fucking play the game now. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's why me and Snow were running. He was running Time Warp, and I was running
Grav. Yeah.
What do you call Grav?
Yeah.
Because it combos really well together. You mean I can make you have to double like every time, and then on top of that, I can maybe lead you with the Arclight Explosion and silence you as well, so you can't attack after you evade out.
So gross.
How do we feel about silence stopping auto attacks? Dude?
Don't like that. That's not how that's supposed to go. How the fuck? What are you?
That was weird.
Silencing my muscle fibers, bro? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, so.
Well, I think what they wanted to do is they wanted to move away from the stun meta where your character just couldn't move at all, but still wanted to like have that stun effect to where like essentially you're stunned, but you can still walk and run and evade and move your character. So to have some kind of agency.
Hunter Stample is so bad for having no block. You're gonna get a fucking thumbs up from me for that statement, sir. The fact that I'm supposed to be the most dexterous class in the game and I get 4. Count them, 4 rolls. That's it, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm sorry. If I'm fighting melees or whizzes that are basically melees right now, I'm crying, dude. You know what I mean? Like, in 1v1s,
I mean,
it's honestly fine in 1v1s. It's when Wizard has extra teammates, they become monsters, bro.
Oh, they're great in a team. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing a only walk challenge. So I could only walk, and this rogue ganked me, right? I was playing my wizard. And I just dropped the silence on top of myself over and over. And the rogue just had to sit there and stare at me as I fireballed him from point blank range. Because he was clearly a Timmy, right? Like he didn't know what to do. But it's just hilarious that you just drop the silence on yourself and the melee characters just look at you like, well, what do we do now?
That is pretty wild. That definitely needs to get like auto attacks should not be involved in that for sure. And I don't know if that was intended.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Because
I think if you silence on top
like
of
it,
yourself,
though.
you should silence yourself, bro.
true.
I like it though.
Honestly, that's how it works in like Dungeons and Dragons. Like if you throw down a zone of silence
True.
or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it is, whatever silence spell you do, you cannot cast as well.
Yeah.
Like it's a double-edged sword for sure. You usually use it to prevent casters away from you, not throwing it on your fucking self. That's for sure.
Creed said that was
That
me,
was
and
you?
I quit
Oh,
rogue
no.
after that.
Oh no. Oh no. Honestly, okay. In ones, rogue is not as fucking bad as people say it is. It's still okay. If they get a good opening on you, they can turn that opening into good. Except for wizard, because wizard is too much getaway. And because you're not seeing any fucking warriors, which is like rogue's hardest counter, right? So I honestly feel like people have been naysaying on rogue for a while. They're like, rogue got gutted. It's like, yeah. Just because wizard exists, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe try some fucking dagger rogue and just fucking annihilate
Dude,
wizards.
Dagger rogue?
Wizard is a solid comp for duos.
Yeah.
Is it really? I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I've just been running priest wizard, bro. Priest wizard is just nasty.
Your dagger rogue gets in there. Okay, first he PDs, he roots the guy for you.
Mhm.
Okay, there you go, free palm pyro. Oh, now he cues him. Now he's stunned. He's standing there for 5 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever. Okay, there's another palm pyro for you. Oh, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
It's easy to land a lob if the guy can't move.
Double evades through you after
True.
the PD stun is gone. That's another piece, layer. Like, there's so much. If your dagger rogue is just constantly focused on good target priority and like we're gonna nuke this motherfucker right now, and you follow up on him, dagger rogue's insane. But like in threes, they fall off because it's too hard to follow up on that with everything else because their team can just turtle and just shit on you,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, you have to play protect the president
yeah,
in threes as dagger
Yeah.
rogue. So you
Yeah.
have to protect your team rather than be on the offensive, which is weird as a dagger rogue.
which is cool.
And it
I
doesn't
mean,
always work.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of like Brigitte in Overwatch. I don't know if you guys play Overwatch, but in real like Overwatch, the way you play Brigitte is you sit there and you fucking protect your Zenyatta or you protect your Ana and you shield bash the fuck out of people that try to jump you, right? Like you're not up there with the tanks like shield bashing other tanks and shit. Like that's not how it's intended. So okay. Now can we talk about the Lodge for a second here? There's a problem right now, and we briefly mentioned it, where the Crypts is not just optionally necessary, but is quintessential for Lodge upgrades. And if you're a solo player right now, GG. Playing solo into Crypts with like Phil is like kind of an option, but not really. I would definitely like urge people to join the Discord and find some people queuing, get to know them, find a group to play with. That is huge, right? But not everybody has that option. They don't want to be social. They want to play this game solo. But like Grave Marrow Root, Cryptstone, Ash, you have to be in Crypts to get these items, right?
Yeah.
That is kind of an issue right now because it's only like the tier 2 upgrades that you're needing to go to Crypts too. It's not like it's the tier 3 good shit.
3.
Right? So
No, I agree.
how could they fucking circumvent that issue?
So my idea was, and I said this I think to Snow yesterday, was and you could be a little creative with this situation is I at first I said weekly you could switch it from trios to duos, back to trios, back to duos. So you're not looking for 2 teammates all the time. Maybe you're just looking for 1 teammate and it's not terrible. And also it changes how you play Crypts, right? Crypts is a completely different fighting style with 2 people rather than 3.
True.
So it changes that up a little bit. I I understand where they're coming from because one, they are ex WoW devs, right? So you got to think like when you go to do dungeons in WoW, which is what crypt essentially is supposed to be,
Right.
you have to have teammates, right?
Right.
So I think I think what needs to happen more is the social aspect in the game needs to be complete. So like there needs to be a messaging system in game, or the guild system will also help with that as well too. I think
Mm-hmm.
when that gets implemented, the guild halls, that'll help. Um, I think what's lacking and what's making it a problem is that you don't have the social aspect in the game. You need to be a part of the community Discord, which like if you open the game right now in the top left, it has that Twitch banner
Right.
for Twitch drops.
Discord should be there
That needs
too.
to
Yeah.
Discord should be there.
Yeah.
100% Discord should be right there. And I know Sung was in the chat earlier, but if he's not, if he still is, I highly recommend putting the banner so they can just click and it asks them to join the Discord. I don't know the coding behind that. I don't know how to do that. I think that would be a fantastic idea to get people into
Sung
the
is still
community
here.
Discord
Yeah.
so they can find teammates for crypt easier, because I have people coming into my stream all the time and don't even know that there's a Discord, which
Yep.
I mean everyone should know that there is one. Like it's kind of dumb for a game not to have a community Discord at this point, so I agree that it should go without saying, but they don't. And maybe maybe there's something there that and maybe it doesn't fix the problem, but maybe it helps.
Yeah.
But I do agree with them. I know a lot of people don't, but I agree with them that I like that the map isn't soloable. Like you can't just be there by yourself. I think it should have. I like group content, so
Yeah.
that's
for sure.
probably a me thing. And maybe the upgrades should be like the tier 3 upgrades, 100%. And we're gonna get new maps anyways, and it's gonna change how that's all played.
Well,
However, I like that it forces a little bit of group content. I just think we need a better social aspect in the game client.
what if they took like Grave Marrow and Ash? I'm not sure exactly where they would go. But let's just talk about like Grave Marrow and Cryptstone. There are little dungeon POIs in Night Greenwood and in regular Greenwood. What if they became a rare drop in those two maps too? Like very rare, not as like throughout Crypts, kind of like, well, I say that and fucking Gil and I were struggling to find Grave Marrow today, but onesie twosie little dungeon POIs will like drop those fucking things. So at least you can make some progress towards your lodge, right? Because it feels so bad if you're just basically locked out of crypts, if you can't get full sets of green gear, you don't have friends to play with, you just cannot progress the lodge side of the coin. And I don't think the lodge should be the thing that's keeping you from being successful in the game. You know what I mean? Because the lodge helps a ton.
I mean, all it does is the lodge, as of right now, is just locking you behind crafting faster.
Not necessarily, because crafting bench though. You get tools for your classes.
Crafting bench. Okay, I can agree with that one.
Yeah.
But you can change that to where crafting bench, you can get all the crafting bench stuff from
the other two maps,
like Greenwood Day and Greenwood Night.
Yeah.
Dude, it felt
I don't know what
so
you need.
bad.
What do you need for green? Do you need grave root or whatever? What is it?
You need Grave Marrow root. You need Cryptstone, and you need Ash. Those are the three main resources that you need from Crypts.
Ash you can get without doing it though.
It's super fucking rare though.
I know it's
they
hard,
need to up the rates for it. If that's the stance they're going to take on Ash, you need to up the rates on Ash for the fireplace, because one of the only things to burn to get Ash is Grave Marrow root. Well, where the fuck are you gonna get that? You know what I mean? Like
you need Cryptstone for your cooking pot too, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and that's all stuff I think that can just be adjusted, right? Like we're seeing it now, and it's just stuff that needs to be adjusted. Like if they want to keep that as a trio map, maybe it's just not a you pull some of the resources off of, not out of there, but you pull off of things that you really need. So like Tier 3 storage, I agree. You should have to go in there to upgrade tier 3 storage.
Sure.
The crafting bench, because you need certain stuff, sure, whatever. You can make your crafting bench go to tier 3, but guess what? If you want to craft scrolls of invisibility, you got to get a group and you need to go to
You need Oracle
Crypt
lens.
and get Oracle lenses. So I think there's a give and take balance there.
Sure.
For sure. But I'm probably in the minority where I feel like I like that it's group content. I do. I personally do. I think it's cool that it's there but I like WoW too. So that's how I feel about it. But I also see the other side of the coin where people are like, well, I can't see this cool new map because I don't have 2 friends.
Right.
Yes.
Which is why I think swapping it through the week, either during the week or each week, you swap it between duos and trios.
Right. And then we get to see the map play PvP wise a little differently, which is very nice. Snow had a good idea. Like, they had this problem with fucking dry herbs, right? And they added the goblin ears for dry herbs barter. So we could see like a grave marrow root, like a crypt stone, maybe an ash barter for goblin, which would be cool. I'm cool with that too. That's a good idea. So,
are y'all running the lantern in crypt?
Yes, sir.
I do.
He does.
Okay, so I noticed people that don't run the lantern in crypt can't ever find items. I was running stuff yesterday, and Snow can attest to this. I was running the lantern. I was finding grave marrow root like nothing. Dude, I have 50 grave marrow root right now from running crypts just last night.
Nice.
Because I could see it. No, I agree though, Snow. That's what I was saying is I get that as solo you can't play that map. But I think it's the same thing in WoW though, right? Like, you don't get to play the dungeon because you're solo. It's just part of it.
Yo, that's they fixed that. There's follower dungeons now.
Yeah, true. They fixed it now, but it's still like.
And there was
I think that's dumb.
LFG too, right? But that was another point of contention for the community, right? They were like, well, you just destroyed the social aspect of WoW when you brought in real, not looking for a group like on the fucking old school classic wise, but just queuing healer. And then it's you know what I mean? Like,
and that's what I meant. That's what I meant by the social aspect in the game needs to be built up, and it'll be better. I promise it'll be better if there's a social aspect in the game where people can actually chat with each other. Like, say instead of when you load in to the game, you load into a menu, you load into the social hub, and you go talk to your vendors there. And there's also a chat thing, or you can VoIP with people. I know that's like, this is talking money here because you're talking about live servers and loading in, and people are gonna be there. It's a whole systems thing, but that's not a bad idea, right?
Man,
like, now you're loading into a true game with a social hub,
right?
And it's like running around in Stormwind City, right? Like, that's what you're doing. You're just running
like
around.
Like you said, man, I think the guild system 100% would help that, because imagine you go on the main screen, there's a guild postings with guilds recruiting, and then like, oh, you're only a solo player, but hey, you need to go to crypts, you join a guild and you can actually go with some people and like find some regular people to play with, because that's the big thing is a lot of these people that they don't have people to play with, and they a lot of people are antisocial, but you can say, hey, I've joined this guild, does anyone have room for crypts? Because there's plenty of times you've got an extra slot that you just no one's around, you might want to fill, maybe you want to help your guild mates. I mean, there could be all kinds of stuff there. 100% that guild thing would help a lot of the solo stragglers around who don't know what to do, and especially as like from a mentor standpoint, guild officers and stuff teaching new people how to play the game.
No, I completely agree with that. That's why, like, if I had to harp on anything, it's the social aspect in the game is what's missing, and it's coming. I imagine it's coming.
A great step in the right direction for that.
For sure.
I messaged Sung this morning. I got to get the clip because I was streaming today, so I didn't get a chance to sit down and grab the clip. We were at 1 a.m. last night, EST. We were all in freaking Goldbrook in the social hub, dueling and chatting. And these 2 randoms, I have no idea who they were also there. And they were just chatting about the game and becoming friends. and we're gonna start running together.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
didn't know each
That's
other.
awesome.
Dude.
They had no idea who they were. They just started chatting. They were dueling each other, like teaching each other different combos or what they thought was good and stuff like that. And then they wanted to, and they're like, "Well, do you usually play solo?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I usually play solo. You want to play duos together?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, add me." And they were, trying to like whisper each other's friend codes so no one else could hear them. I guess. But whatever.
That's funny, bro.
But I
You should
was
definitely have,
on
like-
stream. We were just watching them, and I was like, "Chat, this is what the social hub is supposed to be." I was like,
Yeah.
"This is glorious."
That's
Like,
how-
this
that's
is-
awesome.
Imagine you could walk
Like-
up to somebody in the social hub and just say, like, add friend, you know?
Yeah, like an
you just click on
interact thing.
kind of like
Yeah.
a Destiny in the Destiny social hub.
Yeah.
And that's what I think of. That's what I think of when I think social hub for a game. The Destiny style one, where you like you
Right.
can walk to your vendors, you can see you can see other people. But I didn't like the Destiny one. Didn't feel like very, what do you call it, like alive, because it didn't seem like it had that many players. But I didn't play Destiny on PC either, so I don't know how the chat worked. Yeah, the cycle had that too, Snow. I didn't know if they had like a chat
Mhm.
system in Destiny, but just being able to type to people, yes, it's gonna be fucking toxic. We know, like, people are fucking stupid, but also plenty of people want to find groups. You know what I mean? So
Most of the
That's why I think
toxicity in this
I
game,
keep
though,
talking about it, but
yeah. But most of the
But it's just
toxicity is
social aspect.
after death, right? People just get kind of butthurt that they die. But for the most
Oh, yeah.
part, people aren't super gnarly in this game, which is really nice. Like, I've had a couple instances where somebody drops the game word, and I clipped one and sent it in for review. But like, you know what I mean? It's really fucking rare. Really.
was it a warrior? Was it
It was a rogue.
like recently?
It was. We all three
Dude,
were
I had a
playing
warrior
together.
do it to me yesterday.
We were all three playing together. I'm pretty sure. It was at Baron's State.
Were we?
We killed this rogue, and he just started going crazy. I was like, "Kill that dude, please, kill him." Him and his buddy were
Yeah.
both saying it. So
Yeah, I had a dude do it to me yesterday. It was a warrior, and I was like, bro, I was like, you attacked me. I was just gonna revive you anyways because you don't have anything on. I was like, but then you just said the F word. Like, what?
yeah,
Like, why would
Yeah.
you pop that out? You know, I know they don't know I'm streaming, right? But
Mhm.
that's how Dale right here got
Oh my
airily banned.
god, yeah. That guy Dale for sure. Not just Dale,
was-
some loser that doesn't play the game anymore. You know. Well, I
Yo,
say
Zeb,
that. I
I don't know if you guys saw, but Zeb asked how we feel about PvP in the crypts
saw
earlier,
that.
which we kind of
love
touched on
it.
that at the start.
Of course you do.
So Bronze is a wizard maid. I'm
yeah,
sure
of course he
loves
fucking
it.
does, freak.
Bro, y'all have Bramble.
You
You
literally
can just put it in
fucking
the door.
you go and you fucking teleport through them, bro.
Your
They don't
Bramble,
mean shit.
no, your Bramble stops me. No, your Bramble stops me.
Well, okay, well,
Maybe
I'm
not on
sorry.
maybe not on the. I haven't tried on the third one exactly, but the second one always stops. Like,
All
the-
right.
yeah, you always give me.
Listen, I'm sorry that you have to press blink one more time. All right, I'm sorry to inconvenience you so that you can go throw
It's
fireballs at my
expensive.
face. Pretty
It's
okay, bro.
Like he needs that stam to run away. You know, he's using that stam to get in there so he can drop the largest fat meteor on our nuts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we
Uh,
had a clip yesterday, and I'll have to have Snow send it to me. Snow went in by himself, like tried to get in through brambles, and he got stuck in like a corner. And if it wasn't for Kidney healing that man, saving that man's life, he would have died 100% just to bramble. Just to bramble. Dude,
Yeah,
it was
Bramble's
so, it's
definitely
so bad.
really. It's Bramble probably is a little overtuned right now. It definitely needs a little
Yeah.
something.
agreed. It just needs to
I think
take.
it's cool though. I think it's a cool ability, but
They just need to take the nature damage and the bleed procs off of it. I think it just needs to get reverted back to normal Bramble. Bramble's already good. You didn't have to buff it, right? Like,
and now it drains stamina, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
yeah, which
And it also stops you from. I mean, obviously it's draining, but it stops you from recovering stamina too.
right.
So if you're stammed out in it and you throw a bramble, that's another good idea for Hunter, by the way. If you ever have somebody on top of you, or you get on top of somebody, just throw bramble trap on them, and they're never gonna recover.
Well,
Stam again.
let's be real though. If you're stammed against a hunter, you're probably dead anyways. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, if you're stammed in general, you're probably dead. But if you
Right.
wanted to just permanently keep them stammed
the-
and troll them a little bit, you could 100% just throw brambles back on top of them, and they
Yeah.
might actually just die.
yeah,
be
true.
fair,
Yeah, because of the
troll
bleed
way to
procs.
kill somebody with a bramble.
Yeah, because you just stand in it for too long and then just fucking bleed for your entire health bar. It's pretty
Mhm.
brutal. The burst at
Now
the
I
end
know
that
what I want to
hurts.
do on my hunter. I'm gonna try it later.
Yeah.
Get somebody to stam out against me.
Outside of that, like, fights go one of two ways in crypts. They're either rush or they're stand at a fucking doorway, kind of like Dark and Darker, and trade blows forever. So,
Yeah.
you know,
So that's what we noticed. We noticed that last night, and we started. If that happened, we started. If we got a hit, it was just go in.
mhm.
As soon as
Yeah.
you got a hit, just go in. Because what they were gonna do is they were gonna get themselves in the heal animation, and we were just gonna be able to go in. So we would just hit and then go.
It's just hard when you guys are the one, like, say, like, the enemy team is the one laying the doormat of flame lava. I can't really push through
Yeah.
that because as soon as I touch it, you can conflagrate me, right? Like,
Mhm.
and then I'm walking
Conflag
in.
does not hurt that much, by the way. You just got to go through it. If they do it immediately, it's
True.
I would
but
rather you conflag me than hit me with a fireball.
I don't know, man. I've been conflagrated around the wall for half my health bar.
Well, after you got hit already.
Right. Well, no,
you're-
I was just getting splashed, and I literally like
Yeah.
all my health's gone. So, brambles, root snares, bleeds, does trim. Yeah, exactly. Takes your firstborn child. Listen, Kidney, you're only saying that because you play fucking Sword and Shield Priest, bro. Which you do well.
No,
I'll
he
just say
plays. He's playing staff.
he's playing staff. Oh, okay. Just going back to the supporty role. Thank you for the follow, Hunter Mouse, by the way.
Or is he playing staff, charging at people with it, that immune ability? Or do you have to be sword and shield for the immune thing? The immune ability.
No, I
You
think
can do
he-
that with staff,
you
right?
can do it with staff too. Someone did that shit to me earlier. They literally ran at me in a straight line. And I was like, "What's going on?" And they fucking like insta stunned me. And I was like, "Oh well, I'm dead."
Yeah.
Thank you for making this. Can't wait to watch them all. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, go to Mermex on YouTube, man. All the episodes, and we do them weekly. So I appreciate you, brother, man. We've had some really cool homies come through, including each of these gentlemen on their own episode. But yeah, I like the PvP. The PvP is fun. There's areas of the map that I love to fight in. The little cistern one
Mhm.
that we got into some crazy fights the other day,
Yeah.
Bronze. That is the most fun module to fight in as a hunter, bro. I have plenty of room
Yeah.
to kite. I have plenty of room to not get fucking shoved into a corner and beat the shit out of. Like, I can actually play the game. But sometimes in those hallways and rooms, I feel like there's just nowhere for me to go. And like, if I peek, I'm getting splashed, or I'm getting fucking longbowed, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just very tough to
Yeah.
get through doors sometimes.
And
There's
that's as a
one-
range class. How do
Yeah.
warriors do it? That's what I don't get.
I've seen a
There's-
couple warriors play, but
There's one spot on the map that I can't stand. You can go. It's like there's a fountain, whatever. It's like a 2-tier spot. You got the top, it's this big circle, and then you can drop down in the middle, and there's like a fountain, and there's a big spot, and then you can go out from the bottom as well. Dude, hunters and that spot are just disgusting.
that's the one I'm
Just
talking about.
absolutely.
It's awesome.
That's the
you
spot
can-
that Dale likes.
It's
'Cause
awesome.
You can go in there with Cyclone,
Oh,
and you
oh,
can
yeah.
drop down, and if I chase you down there, you're just gonna Cyclone out. If I
Yeah.
don't chase you down there, you're just gonna go out the other room.
Yo,
You-
bro, you're
So we
talking to
had
the
the-
200 team that doesn't run Cyclone.
Yeah. We were running chicken and Senti Strike earlier. Yeah. I played a little bit of Cyclone on Greenwood earlier with Longbow, and it's fun, but like, I don't know, man. I just like that medium bow on the ground with the fucking Sentinel Strike. It feels good. They fucked that animation up, dude. It feels so bad. Like, because they changed it to have an animation, it bugs all the fucking time now. Senti Strike.
Hmm.
It feels really terrible to just cast just the no reg Sentinel Strikes out, especially when you're fighting a
Oh, yeah.
melee. And it's like, oh well, I fucking now I have to roll because I didn't stagger them and they're coming at me. Now maybe I get another cast, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
think-
it drains your stamina, sometimes it doesn't.
I think
Or not stamina, but your swiftness. But now it's not swiftness; it's mana.
Right. So I actually think that Hunter needs a little touch of extra mana. We got nerfed too hard in the mana
I don't
mana
disagree.
costs. It's a 10-second cooldown for our fucking sentinel abilities, right? We throw one trap, it's like 40% of our fucking mana bar. I throw one trap, one bomb, a bomb's like half. Well, now I can't fucking do anything, and it charges kind of slow. I think we need like a 33% increase to give us a use of one extra ability. Like everything got nerfed in terms of the spam ability. You can't spam fucking seed bombs anymore. You can only have 3 out at once, which good luck fucking putting 3 down anyways. You know what I mean? Like, I think we just need a little, and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, fucking Hunter's already broken." It's like, bro, get out of here. Like, we still need to be able to play the game.
I honestly, I don't know what class is the strongest. I know everyone's gonna be like, you guys are gonna be like wizard, but I honestly think longbow hunter is S plus plus plus. Like it's fucking strong.
If you have the aim for it, yeah.
Longbow hunter
Agreed.
is crazy. I do say there's a large skill cap to it, but
yeah,
yeah, hunter is super strong, and wizard's right there with it.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the team comp and the mode. In solos, I think Hunter is S plus. In teams, Wizard takes Hunter's place, and then Hunter becomes unironically more of a support role to the Wiz.
Yeah,
not the DPS glass cannon that it's kind of supposed to be or whatever. But what do you think about this though for Crips? Because the problem with certain teams is they can't stop rush. What if we had like a version of Bramble? I'm not saying this is just like Hunter, but maybe like a bomb or something that we could throw to where it would like Bramble root a doorway. So give you like a second to heal and it only lasts like 5 seconds.
The Groot wall.
Or like, you know what I mean? Like they have like arcane lock in Dark and Darker, right? Like you can magically lock a door so it can't be blocked down. Like something to stop rush. Because Priest Wiz rush is too strong, I think. With any team that can't, like that shouldn't. Rakan is unkillable on that setup, but I don't know if we can count him. He's an outlier. Exactly. When someone's talking about Longbow fucking Hunter being OP and they bring up his name, I'm like, dude, just no, that's not the same, right? Like he's gonna be the top 1%.
Just gonna kill you,
right? Like it's like he's always gonna be good. It doesn't matter if you nerf fucking Hunter into the floor. Like Rakan will still be fucking goated at that class. He's got the aim.
You can't
for
balance the game around the 1%. You just can't.
That's what I say all the time.
Mm-hmm. But I just think
people swear by balancing it by the 1%, and it's crazy just because 1% is really good.
I think in terms of like broad game design, perhaps maybe like some of those big ideas, you could take their like heads up. But for class-based design, the mechanical skill specific stuff, you can't balance around those guys, right? Because then they're gonna have the keys to the castle while you're climbing up the shitter, you know, in the moat, like getting pooped on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you don't run into the 1% that often, and when you do, you know, you get shit on, and you just kind of go again, bro.
Yeah,
so you're talking about
cheers.
Like a bramble to block doors.
Yeah.
Sentinel strike or not Sentinel strike. Sentinel arrow could kind of fill that role.
Sure.
If it wasn't so buggy.
Yeah.
Right. Because that arrow kind of does that anyways. It provides terrain that they have to kind of kill to get through it. I think. But I'm
pretty sure they can just dash through it. Like you can.
But also, wouldn't it be cool as a hunter to be able to put your bird? Because as wizard, I can just put my bird up there and pretty much do that same thing. I can put my phoenix up and keep you from pushing in.
But if our sentinel's call doesn't target somebody directly, it just disappears into the ether.
What if y'all's sentinel's call actually worked like a hunter pet and just you summoned it?
Just worried that that's going to be really gnarly against melee. It's going to just be so hunter-sided for those fights. You know what I mean?
My current bird likes to just run past all the enemies and just attack a corner. So
that's why I don't use it. Yeah, because it's too buggy.
Would be sick. I don't know how how to code that right, but a vine arrow would be pretty cool to
just something to like stop rush comps, give you a second to breathe, so you can full reset and you can like wait for like mana to come back. You know, fucking retrap, like get ready to fight the fucking rush comp. I think that would be good for this game.
Yeah.
You know, and not only on this map too, like in those instances where you're getting spammed through a doorway, like you can trap that doorway off, or you could just put some kind of block to it that isn't a warrior with a shield up, right?
Yeah.
So,
my next big topic.
Sure, let's
for
hear
you
it.
guys. I'm gonna tell you. I want to see what you guys think of this.
Okay.
Hold on, I just forgot it in my head.
Hey,
Shit.
well, while you're forgetting, weren't you gonna do a giveaway, buddy?
I was about to say. I was to say why. While we're remembering it, you want to just load up Marbles, Dale, and I'll just send you the code, and you can send it to whoever wins.
You have to. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Everybody, hop over to Laydale's stream. I gotta fucking get this shit going.
And then, since you're doing the next giveaway anyways, Dale, that's why I just send them all to yours so they can stay over there. They don't gotta.
Yes,
swap back
sir.
and forth between
Yes, sir.
chats. I'm trying to think what my question was, bro. I forgot what it was. Oh, new player experience. All right, everybody wants to talk about the actual in-game new player experience.
Okay.
I want to talk about. So this is. I want to lean a little heavy on, and I'm gonna do this by probably meet the devs questions more and maybe being a little more vocal in the VIP chat. Is I want something in game to explain to the players and also the tutorial, like what the hell a fucking evade attack is,
Yeah.
what a technical attack is,
Yep.
how the
Yes.
lodge works. When you open up, if you were to open up your abilities in your skills or whatever, there's colored words, right, that say like for effects. So it says this silences somebody. Okay, what the fuck does a silence do?
Right. Yeah, I agree. A Google. They talked
what I
about
mean?
having like a
Like-
quote unquote like compendium for that kind of stuff, right? I think Chris
Yeah,
had
which
mentioned
is-
it at one
which
point.
we need more than ever. I think that I hope. I'm not trying to dictate anybody's development cycle, right? But the new player experience gets destroyed because people can't find that shit.
They don't understand it at a base level. They don't have people that know.
They
Yeah.
have no idea how the lodge. Like the best example I have is watch Zaryu stream. Dude has no clue what's going on.
Yeah. And he's
Like,
a
first
pretty
of all,
he's a
that's
good
another
gamer.
thing.
You know what I mean? Like for sure.
That's a great thing that we have Zar here, bro. I love watching his
Yes.
streams. I'm glad he's having a really fun time. He's also just a PvPer. He doesn't really care about the other stuff. But watching him try to figure it out is mine, bro. I just want to scream, dog. It's so bad.
Well, we've had
Um,
we've had months to figure all this stuff out. I mean, there's so
Exactly.
many people that have been playing, and they're like, "You can do what?" I mean, somebody the other day they said, "Man, doesn't it suck? They got rid of the swift bow right click just for the block." I'm like, "Bro, we still have it. It's just a technical attack now." Well, what's a technical attack? Well, it's when you hold right click and then you left click. Like,
Well, that was definitely
It's-
me, Gil, by the way, and it's just because I don't fucking play Sentinel or Swiftbow.
yeah, but I wasn't
I
name
don't-
dropping, bro.
No, it's okay. I'm cool to like. I don't feign ignorance. If I don't know, I don't know. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
guys
that's-
want to be part of Bronzy's key giveaway, by the way, come over to my stream and come into the chat and type in !play. We'll get you loaded up for the marble race, and then once we're done, we'll give you guys like a couple minutes to transfer over and just do
That's-
!play, bro. Anyway, sorry,
But
I didn't mean
think-
to ruin the
I
flow.
honestly think that's the biggest like flaw. You
You
guys
have
got to
to
do it.
You
in
have to
Dale's
go
chat.
into my chat. Unfortunately, sorry, because
Sorry
it's
it works
connected
that way,
to
guys, but
it's connected to my Twitch shit. You can download it on Steam, by the way, Bronze. It's easy to set up.
I'm going to. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it for the next one because it seems funner than
Yo, yeah. Just a
Just
random
looking.
raffle. You get to see the fucking marble,
Yeah.
bro. Get the gamba fucking juices flowing. Cheers, by the way, boys.
But anyways, like it's just so bad. Like I know everybody's complaining about the new player experience, like in game. Like
Mhm.
yeah, they get shit on or whatever. You know, it is what it is. But a lot of the reason that they're getting shit on is they just have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
I've had at least at least 20 people ask me how to do the evade attack on Wizard,
Yeah.
or some form of that question where like I'll evade attack and then I'll show it on stream and they'll be like, "How are you doing the priest attack on Wizard?" And I'm like, "You mean this?" I'm like, "It's the evade attack." And they're like, "What's an evade attack?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize that you guys didn't know that there was an evade attack."
Yeah.
And then I realized, I was like, "Damn, I didn't know that there was evade attacks either for the longest time because I played Hunter until I got Swiftbow, right?" And Swiftbow has the... You're muted, Gil. Gil, you're muted.
I think he's talking to. Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
I went to make a drink and I was like, "Oh, I got something for this." But that was the number one question I always got playing a Swiftbow main. How are you sliding? How are you sliding? How are you sliding? Bro, you left click after you dodge. But that
Right.
no one teaches you that. You have to figure that out. The
there's
game
nothing
doesn't
in
show
the game that tells you anything about that. And
Like, you
and
can-
maybe
you
I
can be
need to
playing
play the
Swiftbow and-
tutorial more and see what actually is in the tutorial instead of rushing through it.
Seen the tutorial for Mistfall Combat. It was pretty good. It explains, shows a video, makes you do it 3 times to complete the task. Yeah, the tutorial in this game, it exists, which is a great start because there's games like Dark and Darker that don't even fucking have one, right? It needs to be just a teensy bit more fleshed out and make you do the things that you need to do. You know?
Dude, I didn't know there was a parry until I played the tutorial as a rogue.
Right.
Because if you don't do it as a rogue, it doesn't tell you there's a parry. There's like, you just don't know.
Yeah. And there needs to just be a
Digisaurus, you
way-
gotta come over to my channel to do the exclamation point play. Sorry guys, my bad.
There's just got to be a better way to tell them about it. And I really think that if they made it to where, like, especially in your skills, if you were like reading your skills and like, you know how it colors the word silence. If you could click on that because it's lit up, it looks like a hyperlink, right?
Yeah.
And you click on it and you're like, "Oh, this is what silence does. It does not allow an enemy to cast abilities or auto attack." Also, I would know that if it's a bug that you can't auto attack
If it doesn't say it.
if it doesn't say it. You know what I mean? Because I would imagine it's not a bug, but who knows? You know.
Mr. Zom, thank you so much for the fucking tier 1, brother. I
that's
appreciate
what's
you.
really
Much
messing
love.
with the new player experience. It's
You're the
just
best,
the fact
bro.
that it doesn't explain to players how to do stuff. Which,
Right.
don't get me wrong, super cool because then they come to stream and they ask us how to do things, so we're getting views for it. But
How do we feel about Warlock? My buddy's being a freak. All right, guys. Last call for coming in here for the key giveaway, and I'm about to run the marble game. Just heads up.
I would be so excited for a Warlock to be in this game.
I think it's going to be the
It'd be
next
dope.
class. I have a feeling.
Yeah,
Oh, well, no. Paladin's going to be the next class. Excuse me.
yeah.
Paladin will
after
be
Paladin,
next.
though.
Yeah, after Paladin.
Yeah.
When it says who he's streaming with, where it's... The link should be
What
in the
type
title next to bronze. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Aldiswine
Warlock.
I'm
Chris, you're not a game developer. You
I'm a little
can't decide
scared.
Warlock.
Yeah, I'm a little scared to give Chris the keys to the castle, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna come up with some freak shit. Do we think the game is gonna take off or is it gonna dwindle after the free weekend? So that's gonna be a combo effort between the devs still cooking, because the devs cooked hard with this like play test. Especially if you played before this launch. They did so much shit to this game. They really did a great job. And if the devs, they have the heart to do it. The devs are some of the coolest freaking people. They love what they do. Like, if they keep cooking and they keep putting out content, this game can take off. It's just going to take like the word of mouth, the Twitch streams, the YouTube content, the algorithm to help us out a little bit. Maybe a little more advertising, which we could touch on if you want to, because I don't know how much actual advertising Legacy's done. They made a YouTube channel, they made a Twitch channel, and they put some YouTube like announcements out. But their YouTube channel's like a month old. Like, they're not going to get any traction. You know what I mean?
So here's my thoughts on that.
Megan, Doxa, come over to my channel.
Digi, it's in
Digi,
Dale's.
come into
Dale's
that
channel.
guy Dale 3.
Yep.
Come into my channel and type it into my chat.
It's gonna be that guy Dale. Sorry it's so hard for y'all to get in there. I know it's fucking it's Twitch, bro. Like it's not you guys, it's Twitch. Like
Yeah.
I wish it was easier to just click and like go to their stream.
Because I don't
it's just a
think.
pain.
Oh, actually, no. Unironically, we're chilling. The shared chat actually works. I just looked. All right. Are you
Oh, is
cool?
it?
Are you cool to start the marble shit? All right, man. You guys
Yeah,
ready?
You're not showing. Do you want to show it?
I'm showing it on my stream.
Oh, on your stream? Okay,
Mhm.
for sure.
Ready in 3, 2, 1, start. Well, in 10 seconds. Sorry. A little silly.
Oh, I got an ad.
Good luck, boys.
Freaking ad.
Azek is
Who
in the
runs
lead.
pre-rolls?
Listen, I don't know. I can't disable. I disabled pre-rolls. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I got one.
I'm sorry, brother man. For new viewers.
You
Oh,
just
you're
don't-
not
you
a
just
new
don't love me.
viewer. That's why.
Oh, true.
That's why. You're not. You've been in the channel before. It's disabled for new viewers.
I'm gonna follow you so it
Ungariz,
doesn't-
the max loot, Azek. It's anybody's game right now. I've seen Meg in there. Hunter Malice leading up the front. Let's go. Keep going, man. I'm ready. I'm so in there. Dude, Hunter Malice and Undead are neck and neck right now, bro. Little zoomies. Yeah, but the little red fucking bumps, they're gonna get in the way. Everybody could catch up here. What in the fuck is that other?
Who knows?
Oh, never mind. They just passed through all the fucking shit like easy peasy, bro. Like literally straight through. What the fuck? Snow, thank you for the follow, man. It's the least you could do for completely undressing me in the crypts the other day. You know what I mean?
Dang.
Bro, it was so bad because right before we fought you guys, we had ran into Anthony and another group, which Anthony Cockpon, one of the bigger streamers that's been playing,
Mhm.
and we had killed their group, but Salty was also in that group, and we were like, well, hold on, Salty's in that group, like we don't want to kill Salty. And then there was another group, and we killed them, and then we were like, well, that was kind of like Sung was there, and we were like, well, we didn't want to get in trouble for teaming because we had just rezzed Anthony, and then we were talking to them, and we were like, hold on,
Hunter
wait a second,
Malice. Congratulations, brother man. You are
we're
the
like, hold on,
winner.
we don't want that to look bad, so we were like, let's let them live too. And then I was like, all right, bro, we're done letting people live, like everyone dies. And then the next group we ran into was you guys, and I was like, oh, that feels bad. And I knew it was you. As soon as I saw double Hunter, I was like, I have a feeling this is Gillendale.
Yeah. It's all good though. I honestly am happy at how I fucking like stood my ground at the end of that fight being 1v3 against double wizard priest. You know what I mean? Like I was doing everything I could to fucking get in there. So Hunter Malice, you're the winner, bro. Congratulations, dude.
I got him.
Link up with Mr. Bronze and he'll get you your key. I will be running a drop after this, after the podcast. So we will be giving away one of that guy Dale's. Let's how the fuck do I get out of here? Settings, discard and exit. Can I just like, hello? Oh, here we go. All right. Anyways, back to it, boys. I hope Merm's okay. Let me text him real quick.
My new favorite
Hey,
thing
Hunter, I sent it
is
to you.
I've been
Check
playing
your
with my
Twitch
wife.
message.
So when people killed me, I just killed my wife. And then they're
Yeah,
always,
Oh, wife.
is that really your wife?
yeah. Merm's not coming back. He has a pretty important IRL thing.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. Let me text him back.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Rip the boy.
Yeah, it's family stuff.
It's all good. Shit happens.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that is all right. Let me.
Sorry, it was just the Gilchrist and Bronzebeard podcast. For a
I
little
know,
bit. It's all
right? Yeah, my bad, dude. I had to. Well, one, I had to go fucking answer the door, and the two, I had to piss, bro. Like, I just could not. Here we go. We get. All right. I'll go to over to Merm's PC real quick. I'll take over. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Thanks everybody for joining the giveaway. Like I said, we'll do another one at the end. Okay. So just general closing thoughts, maybe, and then we do a little bit of Q&A, and then we can get out of here. I'm having a fucking just hell of a time playing the game. It feels fresh. It feels new. Constantly, I'm like grinding for this and that. I love that kind of shit. Either it's playing solo or playing in groups. Gil, you're always like popping in, asking me to play if I'm doing solos. Bronze, you're always asking me to play if I'm doing solos. So I appreciate both you guys for keeping me company. But it's just nice, right? Like this launch I think has been really good for the game. We've seen some good player counts. I think we're getting a lot of new people into the game. I'm happy. So, Bronze, what are you feeling, bro?
Dude, I'm excited. Wizard's fun. I agree with Snow. Buff Wizard, please. It needs to be just a little bit stronger.
All right,
and then I'll be more excited.
Okay,
bro, Wizard's so weak. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, it's trash, dude.
It's so trash, dog. We weren't gassing Wizard this entire time.
Mm.
No, I think if anybody's in here hasn't played Wizard, just play it and have some fun with it. Because, dude, it is so much fun. It is so intricate in everything that you can do. There's so much different stuff you can do with it. And dude, I'm having a blast with it. And just watching the shiny numbers come up is cool. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I might miss my level 3 fireball 4 times in a row, but when I land one,
it fucking hurts, bro. Yeah.
It looks cool as shit.
I implore any new players, if you are struggling like losing gear and stuff in PvP, it's okay. To craft base gear is so fucking cheap in this game. You just got to do a little bit of diligence, go out there and smack some copper nodes, smack some trees, smack, fucking go kill some wolves or fucking kill some skeletons if you're like a priest or a wizard main, right? You can get the stuff to make tons of gear sets, right? It's not like other games where you have to loot the gear to make it or buy it, right? You can create it. And because of that, even if you're struggling, bro, just spend some time in the northwest of the map, spend some time in the wolves areas. You're going to fucking just have a good time just like playing the game. The gameplay loop is fucking really fun. And then, sorry, Gil, how you feeling, brother, man?
Oh, I've been loving the patch, man. I did a 30-hour stream on launch, man. Like, I was
wild,
blasting. I had so much fun. Obviously, some issues with the lodge. It's a little buggy. They're still working on it. I see Undead just said something about 18 hours with the glow grubs. I think they forgot to hit the critter habitat on the recent pass where they lowered all the craft times. So I see where they're going with the lodge. It just needs a few more iterations before it's where we need it, as far as like the crafting stuff.
I think Snow's right. I think that's how it works. It works. You feed that one grub for 18 hours, and it spits out things for 18 hours. Is how it actually works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not at the
it's
not at the finish mark of 18 hours, but it lasts for 18 hours.
I think each instance is like 15 minutes.
I could be wrong.
Per single. Like if you put a single grub in, I think it's 15 minutes to get silk thread or the fine thread or whatever.
Yeah, but
it lasts. A blue one will give you one every 15.
I don't.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe just because they're up, you know what I mean? Like I would say, I do want them to. I want you to be able to cancel crafts in progress. I think that would be good.
Yeah.
But
I can agree.
Getting stuck crafting mithril.
Cancel crafts in progress with the caveat that you've already put it in, so you're either going to lose everything or some of that. Like if you put in two mithril ore and you cancel that fucking craft, you might only walk away with one mithril ore. And I think that would be a good balance to it, so that there's a refund 75%. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be like, you're putting like a metal in fire, right? Like, so like it makes sense for you to lose some of it. But there definitely needs to be a cancel button. Dude, day one, I put mithril ore in my fucking forge, and it was 6 hours before I could craft fucking like copper, bro. I was playing
and then
solo self-bound for 6 hours, bro. Like,
and then you had the issue where it was restarting.
oh,
Yeah.
dude,
So it wasn't just 6
yes.
hours.
It was like
My
7
wife
or
had
8.
that problem.
Yeah.
Her blood steal would never finish.
Mm-hmm.
She was on
Yep.
the same
Kidney
blood
had that
steal node
problem
for 12
with-
hours.
Kidney did that as a priest with silk cloth.
Yeah, dude.
So he couldn't make
Rough.
cloth.
Yeah,
He
rough.
couldn't make cloth all the first day. I was like, bro, we gotta craft some gear, dog. But we did
Yeah.
fine. We made it all the way
Yeah.
to. I think me and Chris were one of the first people to make it to the crypt map. We got there quick. We were there
Yeah.
within like the first 2 hours. We had done night map, and then we had done as soon as we did night map. I don't know if they like nerfed night map after a bunch of us got to it, but the loot there does not feel as strong as it was day one. Dude, day
Yeah.
one I was
Yeah.
ripping
But they-
greens and blues
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They also definitely buffed the loot on the crypt map though, because day one crypt map
Yeah.
loot was awful.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just chilling in Greenwood, just getting basic mats and just having a good time playing SSF because I couldn't fucking craft gear.
See, I was racing for I had a goal set out. I knew I was like, I want to be one of the top like first level 20s. And somehow fucking Rakan beat me by an hour and a half. And he wasn't even trying. And Kavan beat me by 8 minutes.
Damn.
So Kavan got first Wizard 20, Rakan got first 20 in general and first Hunter, and then I got third with second second.
And then I was fourth, second Hunter, as far as we know.
I went to bed on level 17.
Dude, you were
I could have kept pushing, but I was tired, bro. I worked,
Yeah.
like I was ready to rock and roll, ready to get out.
Yeah, I was off. Me and Gil were going strong, and I was at 18 and a half hours, and I got off, and Gil was like, I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer. I'm going to hit 20 and probably go to bed. Next thing I know, I wake up at, what,
this
12?
this dude's still
And this
going, bro.
motherfucker Gil is still going. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Digi, by the way, there is no friendly fire in there's only self damage. So there's no friendly fire in groups. So you do not have to worry about getting murdered by your friends. There's very like specific things that you could maybe do friendly damage, but it's usually initiating a piece of self damage for a player. Like you somehow initiate one of my seed bombs or something on Hunter and I take a little bit of damage, right? Like, but good luck trying to do that. It's usually you bring a mob to me.
So while Undead's asking about the pawn shop, has it worked for anyone yet?
Nope.
No,
Has
it's
anyone
not in the
actually
game.
gotten? Oh,
Nope.
it's not in the game yet. Okay.
It's not working yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully soon.
I wasn't sure
think-
if it was locked behind treasure level or something like that.
I don't know, but I think that and the looting the body bug is linked together.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot
I think
of us
so
think.
too. Yeah. Because you can't even I really if there is something on the list like number one top priority, it's get that fixed.
Yeah.
That needs to be number one. There's nothing worse.
I kited Gil around on purpose.
Yeah,
for like 30
bro.
minutes.
Like I literally was calling out when we were playing earlier. I was like, dude, don't chase. Let's loot these bodies and then we'll go fucking fight that dude.
That's
if he
what we
gets
were doing
away,
last night.
GG. You know what I mean? Like it's all good.
We would either I would chase or Snow would chase, and we would leave Chris behind to stay with the bodies to loot, and we would tell him to do that.
Yeah.
I think the timer on the fireplace is currently turned off. It still should be consuming your stuff,
Yeah.
but it had so many bugs. They just turned the timer off right now. I think.
Yeah, they turn the fireplace off, and it's just automatically running.
Yes,
So
sir.
your fireplace is technically always running.
My
Another thing that would
fireplace
be
is my
good-
chopped wood storage, basically.
So that's another thing, and I'm curious to see how many people that have left bad Steam reviews
Hmm.
are also in the community Discord. Because I have a feeling it's about 50-50.
Man, 80
And
20,
they
bro.
don't know
80 20, probably.
they don't know about the bugs that we're dealing with, and that would be another good thing for
If it isn't
That's
the
fucking
Rogue
funny as
Hate
shit.
Tavern.
We didn't even fucking talk about rogues because you guys are fucking irrelevant.
Yo! I know Nemo's playing Wizard right now. I know his ass ain't
He
playing
is.
fucking Rogue.
Oh, hey, Nemo's 0-1 against me right now in the new season because last season doesn't count.
Is it, bro?
Me
Isn't it
and,
Rogue Hate Tavern? That's hilarious.
Me and Kidney beat him. Back to Keysun stream. Good bros, guys.
Dude, next time,
Dude, I love if there's anything I love, it's messing with Nemo because I know
Yeah.
Nemo's a really good player.
Nemo's
and I hate
such
that
a good
he can't
dude,
play
too.
Rogue. I
Yeah.
actually do hate that he can't play Rogue right now because I know he loves that class so much. Every time I think about Rogue being bad, I'm like, man, I feel bad for Nemo.
Nemo and I've had some really fun fights in 1v1s, like in solos. Like really close. And he usually gets me on poison. He's fucking shoot me
Does
with
he not
poison
have,
darts.
Does he not have like one of like the most beautiful voices whenever he talks in VoIP? Bro,
Oh,
his
yeah.
voice is so
Bro.
deep.
I feel
Like,
disgusting playing Dagger. Yeah, Dagger is it's unironic, or it's no, excuse me. It's ironic that Dagger Rogue came out on top because Sword Rogue got kind of gutted, right? Like Rogue didn't get gutted, Sword Rogue got gutted. There's a key there, right? Like Sword Rogue got nerfed hard. Dagger Rogue is still fine and honestly pretty good into certain comps. But yeah, I feel you. It is a cheesy play style.
Tips for Priest, I bailed on my Rogue. I'm not the Priest main, but Kidney will answer any questions that you have. I promise. If you ask it, especially if I'm streaming, usually Kidney's around. Usually I'm playing with Kidney. But yeah, if you want Priest tips, Kidney's your guy. So
Also, guys like Papsy. Papsy's a nasty Priest player. I think he's playing Wizard right now.
Well, Papsy's playing Wizard though.
Yeah.
So.
Bro, if you're
I'm
watching
just
the
saying, like,
podcast
if
right now,
you're-
though, go drop a positive review on Steam.
Please, man.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
We want
Yeah,
the game to
100%.
succeed. Positive reviews help a lot.
yeah. That would help tremendously. Dropping positive reviews because the people that are leaving reviews right now are shitting on the game, saying that Rogue is overpowered. Did y'all read reviews at all? Today?
No, I haven't.
I just was
So-
looking at some of them.
I pulled up some this morning, bro. Like the first 4 I read were like, Rogue's overpowered, and I'm like, bro, Rogue's the shittiest class in the game right now. What are you talking about, bro? Like, what?
Yeah, the Dagger Rogue Wizard combo is actually is
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, 100%.
Duos.
I would say probably one of the best duo comps would be Hunter Wizard too. Hunter Wizard
That's
go crazy.
Exactly, Undead. That's why I always say Rogue is the pub stomp class because new players can pick it up quick because it's very easy to stagger people and stagger lock them, and Dagger Rogue is very easy to understand for the most part. There is a skill cap to it where you can get even better, but it's very easy to just PD someone, stun them, backstab them, run away, PD them, stun them, backstab them, they're dead.
Yeah.
That's the easy part of that gameplay, right? And like that works against what would you say, 90% of the player base right now that has no idea what's going on and how to play the game. And that's who's leaving reviews for the game right now, guys. So we need guys that enjoy this game, but also
I like the challenge.
leave real feedback. Leave a real review. Like even if it's a mixed review, leave a real review of like, hey, this is what we like. I would recommend this game, blah, blah, blah. Don't go leave a review if you don't like the game.
Yeah.
But if you are mixed and like it, go leave a review. Like it's worth it for sure.
The devs pay attention, man. They watch these videos. They watch the fucking chats in Discord. They pay attention to what people think about the game. They make changes with those concerns in mind. Like
Dude, Sung, the head of the business or head of business relations or whatever he is, was in the podcast chat earlier. Like these devs care a lot.
It's a 24/7
He's probably
job
still
for them.
here.
Yeah, and
He's probably doing something else and not really listening, or maybe he is, because
Right.
I always say something and then Sung will just pop up and he's like, "Oh no, I'm here," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I didn't know you were here, Sung."
Yes,
like
sir.
yesterday when I was not teaming,
Yo, that sounds sus. Like,
Dude, it was so bad, dude. I was like, that didn't come out right. I was like, they yelled like, they're like, there's another team, and I was like, we got to run away. We can't make them think that we're teaming. And I was like, wait, that came out really bad. I was like, oh, that's not.
Man was caught in 4K, bro, with his pants down, getting glazed up. You know.
And Sung immediately came to my channel, and he was like, "Is there teaming going on in here?"
Yeah.
I was like, "No, sir, no."
Yo, in solos, one of the biggest W changes for solos is the ability to res somebody. Honestly, think that is so cool. You could have these. I literally was running past a dude the other day, bro, and he got shit on by a mob, and I was like, "Don't worry, sir, I'm coming to save you." You know what I mean? He's like, "Thanks, man. I'm learning the game." You know, like it's just cool. Like it breeds like these really cool interactions, very like wholesome interactions with people. So we fuck with that.
I've got a clip of me and Kidney trying to hold hostages for Twitch follows yesterday. And I rezzed this guy, and instead of following me on Twitch, he jumped off and killed himself.
Well,
and that happened twice
he's
in
got
a row.
priorities.
One of my
That
viewers
happened twice.
was telling me to res people, but ask for their pants. Telling them that they had to take their pants off if I res them. I was like, that's crazy, bro. Like,
Dude, I told someone to follow me on Twitch. He goes, I don't use Twitch.
yeah,
They're static,
bro. Had to give him the axe.
That's crazy, bro.
They're static undead. Oh, wait. You mean random as in the blue, like the weapon drop? The weapon drop's random.
Yeah.
Here. Damn. I don't have the thing. Where's it at?
I was trying to like
So
watch.
Undead's
I'll
a
show it
dagger
later.
main now.
Oh gosh.
Undead's a dagger bane.
Dude, I had this speaking of like the new player experience, I had this fucking rogue fight me in Greenwood earlier, and he ran at me in a straight line when I'm on medium bow, and he just stood in my bramble and like got slowed by my bow, and he just kept like trying to run at me in a straight line. And when I killed him, he's like, fucking broken ass class. I'm like, you cannot run at me in a straight line, bro. Like, you gotta learn that like I'm not that guy. You gotta play well. Like, you played like shit.
Yeah.
You paid the price, right? Like, I think adopting that mindset of like, what could I have done better in that last fight will make you improve as a player. If you're constantly like, this was bullshit, bro, blah, 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 you're never going to improve.
That's what, I don't know if you guys have gotten to peep Zarya stream while he's playing Legacy at all, but that's one of the big things he harped on is he said that at one point where he was like, you got to have the mentality of how can I get better, not wow, that class fucking sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that class plays really, it sucks to play against that class. Which 99%, 100%, like he's true, right?
Yeah.
The 1% is, yes, Wizards probably a little strong right now.
Mm-hmm. It is because of zoning capabilities, and there's stuff that even outside of raw damage, right? Like, I just think their zoning utility is really, really top tier right now. Phoenix is strong because of the like stagger, right? Like, there's things that the player base that are new are not thinking of, that the reason that the players that have been playing for a while are like, Wizard is very strong because of XYZ, not damage output. Because like, if it's raw damage output, Longbow Hunter, best damage output in the game. Literally in blue or purple gear can like headshot you for 1100 damage without Thunder Arrow. I'm talking just a straight up headshot, right? Like, that's the best damage output in the game, but you just don't see it because it's hard to play Longbow. Because if you get collapsed on, you're fucking dead, boy. You're so dead. You're fucking donezo, sir. Not enough quarter draws in the world to save your ass. Airly isn't this. Is Airly playing the game?
I'll
Last
tell
I
you
saw,
about
he
it
was
off stream.
playing.
Okay.
He was playing classic WoW. Last I saw.
Yeah, he's got some bet to win in WoW, but there's another reason why too. And
Okay.
I'll after the podcast is over, I'll talk to you guys about it.
Okay, cool.
What I was told. But,
Yeah. Because I saw Trick, and I was like, W, bro. I love Trick being back in the game. Trick's a cool creator. Undead. Now I want to know.
Tricks. Now I want to know.
Trick drama is it
That's, well,
just?
Snow said it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Snow said it. But yeah,
I got you. I got you.
I don't know 100% what happened. I just wasn't trying to
Dude,
throw it out there.
listen, Merman is like my fucking husband, right? Like he's my boyfriend for
Yeah.
life. And I have like screamed at him on stream. It was a bad day. And we were both very upset. And we were playing Rust. And it happens to the best of us. You can fucking bury the hatchet, bro. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not bullshit. So
Dude,
I left my wife for this game. Yo, Bronze,
there was at one
Bronze
point
might be
me
leaving
and-
his wife with this guy now.
yeah.
Bro. Y'all saw my message? Yeah, stupid. Dude, fucking there was at one point where me and Kidney didn't talk for like a year or
It
something
happens.
like that. It was a while because this motherfucker tried to get me to join a guild that I swapped in WoW, and I swapped my work days to join their raid comp so I could play with the homies because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to raid with my homies again because I hadn't done that since Legion.
Oh,
And,
wow, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool, let's bet. Like, I think what were we playing? Shadowlands, and so I was like, bet. And then they swapped the days on me the day of raid. The day we were supposed to raid, they were like, oh no, we got this new tank, and we're swapping days.
No,
And I was
bro.
like, bro, I just changed my entire work schedule for you guys. Like, I can't change it again. Like, they had already agreed to it.
That sucks.
I was going crazy. I was pissed, bro.
New tank with
Yeah,
dog
and the new-
water. Oh,
Bro, the new tank raided with them for a week, dog.
Dude.
After it was all said and done.
We
But
were-
it's all in the past, it is what it is. But
Exactly.
That's just how friendships work, right? Like, you
Yeah.
go, shit happens, and
I was
yeah,
playing.
where's the
is. Yeah,
treasure
Chris-
room for the treasure room key?
Chris was chilling too. What?
There's one
oh,
in the
okay.
crypts in the center of the map, underneath the crypts. There's one in the Church of the North Woods on day map, and then there's one at the Baron Estate on night map.
Someone
There's also
found the
one in
farmhouse key.
Cursed-
By the way,
Kawa did. Cursed
Yeah.
Cursed Vault also is a treasure room at night, and it is goaded.
Does it need its own key, or does it use treasure
Nope,
room key?
you just need a treasure room key to get in, and there's no skull keys in there.
ooh, and where is this again?
I walked out with 2K gold earlier today.
Damn.
What the hell?
2K gold and like 4K glint or something.
So
like
it's-
that.
Because
'Cause I found a
the
painting.
Baron treasure room key kind of sucks, to be honest.
Did you guys open it? I haven't opened it yet.
No, I haven't opened
I
the
haven't
Baron's
found one.
chest, but opening it without the Baron's chest sucks. Like,
I
it's
want to know
just like
what's in the
5
Baron's
crates.
chest.
I know. Like Dale was saying, we finally found a farmhouse key today. We haven't actually used it though to see what it does.
I
Yeah,
want to know what's in there.
yeah, because it's the
Uh,
farmhouse, and
there's
there's another
locations.
one on that side of the map on Night Greenwood. It's the one where it's the spawn. It's usually that little
Okay.
Hobbiton and like hut on the left side by the stacked boxes.
Yeah.
That requires a key too. So I want to know what's
Huh.
in there, but the keys fucking don't goddamn fucking drop, bro. They're like super rare. I get like 1 billion skull keys, some greater skull keys, and treasure room keys, but I can't find any others. Safe to disenchant, or do I need to keep it? I would say keep it. If you're unsure, bro, just keep it. In this game,
I don't
you
have
never
a
know.
clue what it's for.
I'm sure it's for something. It wasn't for anything last wipe, but they've made a
It,
number of
it
changes.
was for the bed last wipe.
Oh, that's
but
right.
It's
That's
not for the
right.
bed anymore.
One
Oh,
of
I
what's
them
guess
the
is a
broken
real-
greatsword craft? The broken greatsword is actually for a blue staff upgrade for priest, I think.
What
That
the
makes no
Chris can
sense.
confirm.
fuck? Yeah, like
Chris-
hello?
Chris can confirm that, but I'm pretty sure he said that earlier.
That's crazy, dude. Like, if you're a hunter, man,
else?
keep your
Y'all,
lupine
Thoughts on
skulls,
Wizard?
bro.
Thoughts on Wizard's dope. Wizard's fun as hell to play, and it looks cool as shit.
OPOP. It's OPOP, boys. Nerf that class. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Mm-mm.
It
Yo,
honestly
I'm
just
checking
needs some
it right
tweaks.
now, dude.
Um,
It is. That's exactly what it's for.
That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, take my sword staff for real. You can smack me with that thing. It's
Take
gonna
my
have
sword
serrated edges. Like what the fuck? What was I? Fuck. I don't know what I was saying. Lost my
I
train
can
of
cast
thought.
fireballs. It doesn't. It all doesn't make sense, boys. It's all magic.
Bruh. I just
the dagger or the sword rogue uses lucky coins to upgrade the swords, and the priest uses the broken swords to upgrade the staff.
broken
Who sent
great
the
sword,
dagger?
by the way.
Who sent the dagger picture? Was that you, Gil? Who was talking about there was a random dagger, like blue dagger that you needed? I can't remember.
Not sure.
I know the steel teeth from fucking Goblin Bruisers are necessary for hunter gear, and that's kind of yikes.
I can't remember.
Good luck finding that shit, man. It's a super rare drop.
You guys seen the loot rock thing?
What is the loot rock thing, sir?
Who sent it?
I'm screaming and throwing my laptop right now. Your laptop? What is your first problem, Mr. Jimmy Jams? I was so excited to find that thing, and it's for a smelly old priest. Yo.
Oh, it was Chris. Chris sent it. It's this. Here we go.
Oh,
You'll have to be looking at my stream to see it. But yeah, it's some like weird dagger. Chris sent it to me.
Oh,
interesting. It's like a purple drop
I
or
don't know what it
something.
is. I don't know. I have no idea. This is all.
why does it look legendary? It looked yellowish.
Doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know.
Stash sort or search would be cool for the game for sure. Stash tabs are pretty brutal right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I just upgraded to the last stash tab, and it's like still pretty rough, right?
Oh, Fly, are you talking about the gremlins? Or I think they call them gimlins in this game. But yeah, the loot goblins.
Gimlin.
I found
It's a Gimlin.
I found 7 on day 1, by the way. You could peep the VOD. It's all on fucking recording. Crazy. I love those little guys.
Yeah, they're great, and they actually run away now and
They
freak
like
out.
run
It's pretty
after
cool.
you and run away. They definitely upgraded their like
Yeah.
AI.
They're fast as shit, bro.
It's hilarious, bro. They're like, fuck, he found me.
I'm not gonna lie, I had one of my wizards when I was playing solo, and I was chasing this dude around like, quit dodging my fireballs.
I
please.
just fucking stagger spam them on medium bow, bro. Easy peasy. Take a couple more questions, and then we'll if you guys want, we'll be doing another key giveaway from your boy, that guy Dale. Got
That
one
guy
to give
Dave?
away. That guy Dave in the flesh. Where is Dave? Has he been playing fucking Legacy?
I
Dude,
don't know.
My
I
so
saw him
have some
streaming the
real-life
other night.
friends, and they jumped on and they were trying out the free weekend, and they messaged me and they go, "Is that guy Dave a good player?" What happened? Well, we ran into some guys and we killed some guy named Karthus, and then Dave 1v2'd both of us, and I was like, bro, that's like 2 of the best players in the game. You just happen to run into them in your little Timmy lobby because they just picked up the game.
Oh no, that's kind of unfortunate.
They were like level 2 rogue hunter.
Oh wow.
Just one. Why does your mustache make you look so handsome? Was that a question to Dale? We all have mustaches here, so but he's the
Yeah.
only one with just a mustache.
He's
Well,
got
I
the most
got-
impressive mustache.
I got the shit on the bottom, but it looks bad. To Dale, yes. Well, I appreciate you, bro. I don't know. Like, as soon as I turned 30, bro, I was like, it's mustache time, baby. And I just fucking
It's
rocked it.
mustache time.
Dude, like, I used to be all natural, dude. I used to be all clean shaven and shit. But the mustache just feels right. I feel like every real. Okay, hold on. Let me not say this in a way that's gonna like slight people, but most real men have a mustache fucking like phase in their life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in mine right
Except
now.
for me, but okay.
Well, you just been rock. You look like the kind that's like had facial hair at 16, bro. You know what I mean?
I had a beard since I was 16.
Yeah. So I'm fucking
100%.
part Korean, bro. This shit didn't come in until I was like 25. All right, like, like
The only thing I wish this would grow in a little bit
Like
thicker,
fuller,
But down here,
yeah.
bro, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you
chilling.
got the glorious
looking at-
beard.
I was looking at myself on stream today with the bald head, like the the way it is now. And I was like, bro, I'm pretty, bro. I was like, I look good. I was like, don't let my ego get up there.
You put a fucking like a jacket on, like a good club jacket, and you look like the guy from what the fuck is that goddamn movie 21 Jump Street? If you were taller, you know what I mean?
So
like the one biker
Nemo,
dude.
Nemo told me I look like the Big Show, so I went and got a screenshot of the Big Show and then a screenshot of me
Yes, sir.
from the day I shaved my head, and I
Kitty,
look just like
kitty.
if I would have shaved my eyebrows, I look just like the Big Show. So now
That's
when I open
crazy.
stream, when I start stream, I just start with the Big Show intro.
That's awesome. Fuck yeah.
I think it's hilarious, and that was all like I just came bred off Nemo's idea. It was funny.
Once I started TRT, my beard filled in nice. On that old man shit now, dude. Time ticks, bro.
I think
it waits for no one.
I think Zeb keeps disappearing when we answer his question because we answered his question earlier about PvP on Crypts.
Oh yeah,
I
is he
think
not
PvP
here?
on Crypts is great. I don't know. He asked it again, so.
Oh okay.
I thought the PvP on Crypts is great. I think that's our general consensus was PvP's good. However, it does turn into dark and darker style PvP if neither team wants to push, and it's just who can whittle who down off of heals the most.
The one thing
My
that
caveat is I don't think it's good for melees. Like I don't think melees have a good time on Crypt.
RIP melee. Yep.
Well,
the rotations are too long for melee to be good. That's what I would say.
I don't think it's a fair assessment because melee is so bad right now.
Right. But how do you fix that? Melee has to be good.
Hunter,
right?
If Warrior was if Warrior was a little bit tankier and could push through those doors and have a little extra health, I think they'd be fine. I think they're chilling. Like if Fireball didn't do so much damage to them, if Bramble didn't, like if they just had a little bit more to survive, they would be chilling.
Base Ellie res is pretty awful across the board for every character in the game. And a class like Wizard is just going to make that fact stick out like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, and that's where I think Paladin's going to come in and be really good because they're going to have... I keep telling people, you got to remember these guys came from WoW, right? A lot of these... Blizzard. A lot of them came from WoW, though. What is Warrior good at? Physical protection. What is the Paladin good at? Magic protection. What do you think this Paladin is about to have, when they implement him in the game?
Yo, Spell Ward, let's go!
Or Bop.
Bro, Bubble?
Yeah, blessing and protection, bro.
They're going to have higher elemental resist, probably. They're going to have smite. They're going to have a stun.
Dude, it's already annoying as fuck to kill a little shitty priest with like multiple bubbles layered on top of them as Hunter. Now I have to kill a freight train that has bubbles on top of him, bro.
Bro, if they get a bubble hearth extract, I'm gonna fucking cry, dog.
That would be hilarious, man. Please.
They bubble and they sit in extract for the exact. Their bubble lasts the exact same amount that it takes to extract.
Bruh.
It would be hilarious. That would be the trolliest thing in the world, just to do it for like the first couple days and be like, we were just fucking with you guys. All right, it's actually only gonna last this long.
Yeah. See, because here's the thing,
Drops
right?
down anti-magic dome. Jesus Christ.
There is some abilities and things that when they're up on a class, it's kind of hard to just run away because it's hard to run away in this game. I feel like too many classes. Well, here's what I'm about to say. Too many classes have too much mobility. Priest is some of the best mobility. Wizard is some of the best mobility in the game. Why? What the fuck is the reason that they should be so mobile?
They took priest mobility away.
I get that, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, but the fact that it even existed in the first place, like, what was your thought process there? Like, the point of a class like priest should be more like Hunter, where if you get jumped on, you're dead, bro. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how the class is supposed to be. Why am I in the shoes of what Wizard and Priest are supposed to be? That's just a kind of rhetorical question out there for the ether, right? But I just don't understand why they gave certain classes like the craziest mobility in the game. Meanwhile, I have 4 dodge rolls. I rest my case. I rest my case. I rest my case.
I do think it's weird that hunt. Well, I think what they thought was adjustment for that was your dodge roll is farther than anybody else's single roll.
Doesn't matter.
No. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you're wrong. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that was probably the thought process. But it just stuff needs to be a tweak. But the problem is Hunter is
So
strong as
good.
shit still right now.
So good right now.
Like, it's hard to like be like, well, they need one more dodge roll, and it's like, well, hold on, they're already fucking strong as shit right now. So you'd have to take a nerf somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree.
I agree.
Like, Wizards, it's coming. I don't think it's coming anytime soon, but Wizards nerf is coming.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think they're just gonna tweak some dials and shit.
They're gonna let Wizard cook for a little bit because why not? You know what I mean? It's the first time it's been in the game for a little bit. Like, they're gonna let people have fun with it, and then they'll balance it.
Like I said, in solos, Wizard isn't even that oppressive. It's just in teams. Teams, Wizard becomes a problem. Hunter's hard to balance, too much mobility, and they have infinite kite. Yeah, well, that's the problem with Cyclone Hunter, right? So I agree with you.
Can we talk about how awesome the new Air Vault is, by the way? Dude, they cooked. I hated Air Vault before. I love it now.
Yeah.
I love watching people walk out of my trap, and then I just Air Vault shove them back into it. I was like, oh, such a feels good.
And if you run the eagle feathers plate shoulders, then you actually get some swiftness for it too. I will say, having constant swiftness at 100% in certain fights, if you can like pre-fill it on a mob, is really nice. But it's hard if there's no mobs on the on the field, unless you hit every single one of your fucking charge shots, which good luck doing that, to keep 100% swiftness. But it is nice to get the attack speed and the swiftness, or the stamina regen. It's nice having that.
Yeah.
Because before it's like you just dumped your swiftness, all the time.
Yeah. So my last wizard cover, I'll point, and that's like I guess it's like my question. So Frost Orb is supposed to come out in the mid-season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. They said that we're getting a third set of gear, but they said that might come sooner than later. So that means that gear set is probably pertained around fire, right? You would think, based on just what they said. Look at the traits.
Well, the current wizard traits don't have anything to do with fire, do they?
No, all the traits have something to do with fire.
No, not on the gear. I thought it was all based around like charged and stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not based around like, but it's true.
It's a lot of crit and shit, right? Like,
it's like the time warp ability. It's, I'd have to sit there and look at it, but it's very fire focused in support, right? Which we don't know what ice is going to look like, but look at the traits that you get for leveling. Like,
bro,
how is ice going to work? Are they going to get are they just going to add for ice it does this on the traits, or are they going to get a skill tree?
That would be cool. I like that.
I don't know, because I noticed leveling Swiftbow Hunter that the last 5 traits I got did nothing for my weapon choice. And then I'm leveling Wizard and I'm like, holy crap, every single one of these traits is amazing. So good.
Yeah, right.
And they all pertain to the they work with the fire staff.
Yeah. So what's Leyline gonna do for the Frost Orb? You know what I mean? You're muted, by the way. Oh, never mind.
It's just it's super crazy because I mean other classes. I'm trying to think of any other class besides Hunter where some of the traits don't work for all the weapons. But I mean, maybe I'm just Hunter glazed eyes or whatever. But
I think Hunter has the most.
Maybe Priest has some of that.
Hunter has the most robust differences in between the weapons outside of Rogue, right?
Yeah, it's just you think of things like the pinning shot, it doesn't do anything for Swiftbow. The knockback doesn't do anything for Swiftbow. There's a lot of the traits that do absolutely nothing. But then Rogue has some traits like Pickpocket that don't have really any relevance.
Well, especially now with the fucking Rogue chest being unlockable by fucking Hunters right now. That whole
that's
trait
just a
is
straight
just
bug, though, right?
Yeah, that's a bug for sure. But I'm yoinking all the fucking blue and green gear that I find in those motherfuckers. Yeah, because the rogue chests are actually crazy as fuck right now. Half of hunter skill tree
what
is all
Snow said,
PvE.
half of the hunters is
Yeah.
PvE.
It sucks. It sucks. I want to see eventually
Chris.
traits get to be like a 3-tree option, kind of like WoW had here and there, right? Like you have subclasses basically. Like if you want to play Swiftbow Hunter, you have a tree for that. And if you want to play medium, you kind of have a tree for that. If you want to play long, you have a tree for that, right? Like I want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I know they said they weren't looking at skill trees. I think skill trees would be cool.
I think so too.
I think this team could cook with skill trees. Now, does that mean balancing would probably be a little different? Yeah. But I kind of hope this team gets a little bigger so they can handle stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Eventually, right? Like I kind of hope they get, because I mean talking with some of the devs, right? You've got 2 people.
You see what Chris just said? True, Chris. True. Nerf double wizard comps, 100%. That's a problem.
Sheesh. Yo,
Sorry,
yo,
y'all
looks
can't
like
see
Chris got
y'all
timed
can't
out.
see what he. Y'all can't see
like
what
you got
Chris
timed
said
out.
now.
That's
Yo, Chris,
crazy.
just come over to my chat. I'll let you
Yeah,
talk.
you come over to my chat too, bro. Either way.
I just timed out a mod in my chat. I've got the power here, boys.
Yo, Bronze is breaking 100 viewers, and the power is getting to his head, boys.
Yeah.
He can't handle the fame.
He can't handle it. All right, let me unban this man. All right,
That's crazy. Best move you made
All I do
all
is time
night.
him out.
That's crazy.
Best movie made all night.
Holy.
Yo, boys, anyone else in chat? You got any pertinent questions you want to ask? Opinions?
Oh, it took away his mod. Hold on.
Oh my god. Glorious 30 seconds. That's crazy, Zug. Damn. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, when are priest immunities getting nerfed? We kind of briefly mentioned.
I mean, we don't know when, but yeah.
It definitely it just compounds the issue of like the rush style comps that are really powerful in crypts right now. So best advice for new players. Keep a lot of the stuff you think you're gonna sell for gold. Only sell things that are like for glint and specifically for gold, like gold bars and shit like that. You are going to need a lot of those items for upgrades. I put out a YouTube video about that, about upgrading your fucking lodge with glint, right? Like glint, using freaking sneer. Sneer is like your best friend for barters. Can you craft storage barrels? No, you cannot. You find storage barrels in game, but you can craft chests
But
in your
you can
workbench.
craft chest.
Yeah. So, but yeah, keep
100%.
everything, bro.
Check out one of our YouTubes or Kidney's YouTube. There's a lot of content creators putting out new player start guides because the new player experience is very confusing.
Yeah.
Watching somebody who has hundreds of hours in this game will really help you understand what's going on.
Yeah.
A lot of them need to be updated as well because they did change the lodge a lot, but the old guides still have some good info. And I know Kidney's been pumping out some recent stuff. Definitely check them out. Check Goofy as well.
Yeah.
Goofball.
Yeah.
Dude, Goofball's been making some guides.
Class guides. He
doesn't have
cooks with
anything
that
on
shit.
YouTube. It's all pin guides in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like Google Docs that he like meticulously makes. Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. And Chris, that's probably what you missed, is the social aspect in the client of the game is not there. And I think that's what's causing us to have bad reviews.
Yeah.
Because they don't know, they're not getting information. They don't know where to get the information. And gamers are stupid and they're impatient and they're sorry. I'm talking about myself too, not just you guys, right? Like not chat and you guys. We're patient, we're stupid, we don't look for shit. We go to YouTube.
We just want to play the game. Yeah.
Or we look for it in the game. And if it's not in the game, if the game doesn't tell me to join the community Discord, I'm probably not going to.
Rufy, if you open up the game if you own the game, there is a box that says Twitch drops, and when you click that box, it will link your account so that you can actually get the drops. Meta Magic
And if they can
Missile.
do that,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
if they
brother.
can do that and put that Twitch drop thing in the corner, I don't think there's any reason they can't put
The Discord.
one patch notes when they drop in that top corner, and two the Discord in that top corner.
Real quick addition to that, what do you think of an in-game Sherpa system, like Tarkov has, like Dark and Darker has?
Yeah,
like a night like a night roll or something that like you can queue with me, come queue with me, and I'll run you through the game. We'll smash all the bosses together. We'll PvP together. We'll learn the game together. You know what I mean? Like I'm always open to play with fucking anybody, dude. So if you want to fucking play, like hit me up on Twitch, dude. Hit me up on Discord.
That has to be sponsored by the
Legacy,
by the game devs, though.
Yeah,
and that has to be something they want to do because I mean, look at how Tarkov's ran, and it got ran into the ground because guys were only Sherpering one person like a month on their schedule.
Yeah,
and it was just fucking terrible.
Coaching Maui from OnlyFans for 2 hours now. There's so much to explain. Yeah. Oh, no, exactly, dude. Like there's so much information that us players that have 400 or 500 hours in the game can give to people that can speed up that like new player experience. They can get them up to speed, and then they can focus on getting better mechanically after that. Imagine Rolling Warrior as a new player. Yeah.
Bro, the only thing I know about Maui Wowie was watching a clip of his running around in Orgrimmar for 3 hours talking about how he wanted to fight Pirate Software physically. And I was like, bro, this is the most toxic shit I've ever watched in my entire life.
Meta Magic Missile asked earlier if there was a quick way to upgrade vendors, and there is. You need to be focused on what those vendors do, right? So like for the chick that runs the cooking shit, you need to cook recipes with her. For your armor and your weaponsmith, you need to be crafting and upgrading weapons. For your enchantress, you need to be crafting gems, crafting rings. You just basically do the things that those vendors do. On top of, Sneer has this thing called Mystery Favor. It's 300 glint. And if you buy that...
600.
Oh, excuse me, it's 600. My bad. It's 600 glint. If you buy that, you get a chance to get one of the unique vendor-specific like kind of sell items, and they'll give you rep. So those two things will up your vendors tremendously. Thank you, Gil.
No, I think the only reason we don't get disenchanting rep is because if we did, everyone would already have blue rings.
The only thing I will say though is I think Sneer specifically needs to give sell experience, because he's the fucking loot goblin treasurer dude. You know what I mean? Like if not all the fucking vendors give sell experience, when you sell items to them, they give you XP. I think Sneer should though, because his whole loop is selling glint to him. He should give some XP for that, because he's one of the harder ones to level if you're not running constantly, getting favors, getting back like lost backpack shit. You know, he can be very difficult if you're not just farming glint constantly.
That's another thing, chat. Make sure you're buying lost backpacks.
Yeah,
if you need
that shit goes hard.
That's the best way to get backpacks.
250
glint early game.
Mm-hmm.
You have
I
a chance
bought
to
4
get
of them today. I got 4
purple.
greens. 4 for 4, baby.
Best way to farm glint: treasure rooms.
Yeah.
If you have a treasure key. If you don't have a treasure key, then shit. Honestly, any chest running around looking for chest in game, you just got to find where the chests are at, right? Like,
yeah.
So there's in the castle. There's a bunch of chests around the castle. Underground in the little small POIs like what is it? Seraph's Rest, Cursed Vault.
And if you do your campaign
Church
quest
of the Night,
it rewards you a treasure soul pouch, so you can stuff all your treasure in it.
Yeah.
Make sure you get home, get out with it.
That's a big one too.
Put that treasure in your booty hole.
What level goblin do you need to craft a treasure room key? I'm pretty sure it's level 4 or 5. It's 4.
Yeah,
because they
it's a
changed
border,
it.
It's like super expensive. Yeah.
It's three skull keys, the last time it was three skull keys, three of the fucking weird potions that goblins drop, and then what was the other thing?
Yeah, it's 3 glint dust, 3 foul elixirs, 3 skull keys.
Thank you. 3 glint
And it
dust.
is still level
Chris.
4. Yeah.
Chris, it can spawn a blue backpack as well.
Yeah.
I saw
You
somebody
can get a
find
purple
blue
one.
backpack in those bags.
Yeah.
I got one purple one last season.
Snow brought up a good point. Yeah, night map killing the bandits is a great way to get glint too.
Yep, because it's 1 for 1 on their little ruffian treasures.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yep,
nice.
so you can come out with a stack of 100.
And honestly, if you're not running towards,
which is better than getting the compasses and
yeah,
crap.
if you're not running towards fucking like cemetery on the night map, you can chill and just slowly and methodically clear the night map. Like there's not players all over that map like running you down, unless you're playing priest and or Wiz and you're just like announcing your presence to the fucking universe. But you can like skirt the outsides of the night map and just chill and farm, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even do
we're
that
talking
shit.
about the night map, not crypts. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can solo the night map for sure.
Yeah. IQ3s on night map as solo and chill. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's you just slowly, methodically kill the mobs, just play safe, and you're big chilling, dude. And the loot is yummy. It's the best loot in the game. Even better than Crypts right now, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, crypt. The only reason to go to crypts is for certain items that you need right
For
now.
the lodge. Yeah.
And for the higher tier PvP. I mean, because everyone on Crypts is going to be green gear at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting some good fights.
It is nice knowing that you're going to get some gear for fighting in crypts. That is dope. I do really... we didn't talk about that, but I do like that. I like that you're getting at least greens in there. I think that's cool.
I love looting a guy going, wow, he was all greens.
And then I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
we all
everybody's
are.
all greens. Yeah, like... All right, boys. Well, I think we're nearing the end of the pod. So if you guys want to enter my key giveaway, type !play. We'll do another marble race. Let me get the marble race going. Give me a